To kick off.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It is the first game of the NFL Rivalries program for 2025. Seahawks and Cardinals underway from State Farm Stadium. And a good return is going to be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Well, you look at these two teams, rivals in the NFC West. It's been the Seahawks who have had the upper hand. They won 7 in a row in this series. It's a rivalry that was born in 2002 when both teams joined the NFC West. Since then, a lot of great players have taken part in these matchups. You think about the Cardinals, Kurt Warner, Larry Fitzgerald, Anquan Bolden, and then, of course, the Seahawks in the 2010s, the Legion of Boom era, and their victory in Super Bowl 48. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Haven't been a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a first-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried to run through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
They go play action here on first down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Seahawks 7, Cardinals 0.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
To throw is Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Cardinals hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Murray to air it out again. That'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Throwing now is Murray. This is caught. It's Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 34.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. On first down, it's Benson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Another run here with Benson. And they'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Touchdown! Trey McBride with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Point after, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
To kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go street. 19 tight, 19 tight. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
2nd and 5. He's going to look deep down the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down the 47-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Kyler going to give this to Benson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Murray now. Here's a diving catch right side. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
13 yards on the play. And the Cardinals first down.
Now Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Murray going to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Murray now to throw. That went out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man, he's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
2nd and 2. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Murray. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
15 yards on the play. And the Cardinals, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Reek Wheeler. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Dragon 60, Viking 18.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw out line to Walker. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice short tackle.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
Give him 30 yards there.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
70 Lions, go!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. But that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now from Murray. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
On third down, here's Benson. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
That's good. Cardinals, first down.
From the gun, Murray. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Yeah, quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Elijah Moore, 44 yards. And the Cardinals take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
14, Seahawks 7. Joshua Carty to kick off.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And Walker has it. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
First down,
Pat the 60, pat the 60.
He'll drop to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Buffalo 18.
first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Track 18 Cardinal, 19.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Come on. 19, 18. 60 by 2.
From the gun, it's Walker. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. A give left side for Benson. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. To throw is Murray. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To throw, it's Murray. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there. A breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Throwing now is Murray. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey Benson from 4 yards out. And the Cards take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a three-possession game.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A nice throw by the rookie from Alabama. That's a first down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
19.
He'll look to throw. And he's got Smith-Njigba. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down.
Ready?
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here we go. Shot, go.
Here's Walker. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 2 now, second and goal.
68, go street. Broncos. Ready.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Torrey Horton with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks are back within a score. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man in concert.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready, right?
And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal.
Seahawks 18. Michael Dixon, the kickoff.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Now Murray. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception returned for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Murray going to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
At the 22-yard line.
Murray now to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's down the field. He's got Arroyo. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Murray now. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Number 14, Michael Wilson. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
Green.
Here's Murray. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll get this one to Cobb, complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
That's good for the Cardinals. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, Ace, Ace. Hey.
Here's Murray. This one finds Wilson downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Benson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. On 2nd and goal, Murray. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cardinals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
For the 2-point conversion.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Let's go now.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Fielded at the 20. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Second and 10. Looking to throw. Murray. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Murray trying again after the pick 6. And it is caught downfield by Harrison. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr., 65 yards. And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score.
For the extra point.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Cardinals 36. Joshua Carney to kick off.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And some room to run now. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. Murray. That ball caught by Harrison. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Here comes second down.
On the play. Brings up second down.
Murray to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Benson. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off.
And the Seahawks have picked it up. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he completes it to Wilson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Murray now going to do it himself. He's got this downfield to McBride. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
One more. Hey. Buzz.
To throw is Murray. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Touchdown, Cardinals! Trey McBride, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. The Cardinals offense staying put. Obviously, watch out for Kyler's legs. They'll go for two here.
The Cardinals will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get in as they're back within his score now. The lead's down to 7.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And just shutting him off there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
At their own 36-yard line.
They've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now he's into the clear again. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Seahawks, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona,